Baby, I'll go to war.
Hello, my beautiful people. Okay, so today is day 9 of the countdown. Don't mind my head wrap. I just basically took a scarf and wrapped it around the top of my head because I just woke up, and as soon as I woke up, um I instantly like had a topic on mind. So I just needed to record. So today I'm gonna do a story time for my day 9 countdown. Basically, it's the story of how my high school crush hit me with his car. I know it sounds crazy. So, okay, back in high school, I met my high school crush in my neighborhood. He stayed on the other side of the houses. Like it was basically a huge circle. And like I stayed at the bottom of the circle at the on the left side, and he stayed on the right side at the top of the circle. So, this crush or whatever, I'm gonna call him John. Okay, so basically, me and John went to school together, and we started talking when I was like in the 10th grade, and he was in the 11th grade. So he noticed me because we both like rode the bus from our neighborhood, and he was like basically he was like that I was quiet. I never talked to anybody, and he basically noticed me from being on the bus. So at first I was shy, and I didn't want to like talk to him or let him know that I liked him. So I tried to avoid him as much as I could. But eventually I couldn't because I mean we stayed in the same neighborhood. So we started talking and texting, and after a while, like I started noticing that John wasn't all that I thought he was. He was actually rude and kind of disgusting. So at this point, I was over John. I basically found out like after I basically stopped talking to John or broke up with him or whatever, I found out that he was dating another girl. And so that also broke my heart because this girl was actually one of my friends, and I'm gonna call her Christina. So Christina was in class with me, like me and her had classes together and everything. I would tell her about John. I would tell her that I liked him, I was interested in him. Basically just talk about John as a whole. Christina was like, okay, oh, he's a nice person, he's cool. You should go for him, he's a good dude. Basically just, basically pumping me up to make me actually continue to talk to John. So when I told her that I had a feeling that he was messing with another girl, she was like, no, no, he's not messing with another girl. You just feel that way. He's not with another girl. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys. My scarf is huge. I didn't know that. But, he's not with another girl. That's just all in your mind. You feel that way because he's older. He's in another grade and girls like him or whatever. So, comes to find out from an enemy that I had in school, and I'm gonna call her Taylor. So, me and Taylor got in an argument one day, and Taylor was like, "Oh, you and your friend's face," and she talked to John too, talking about both of y'all friends messing with the same dude and blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, really? So at this time, I was already like struggling with my sexuality. I didn't really know whether I wanted to date females or males. And like the fact that I liked the females was kept on the low because of like when I was in high school, it wasn't nothing major. Like being gay was kind of disgusting. So I kind of fought through it, and I dated guys so that I wouldn't be a victim of like bullying, or I wouldn't have to go through everything that I would have had to go through. So anyway, I went to John and I confronted him, and he was like, "That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't even like Christina. She ugly. You know how guys do? They talk junk about girls. She's ugly. She's trifling. I wouldn't even do her. I wouldn't even do you like that. I wouldn't mess with her." So I went to Christina, and she was like, he tried to talk to me, but I told him that I'm your friend, and it's nothing like that." I was like, "Oh, okay." So right then and there, that's how I knew, like, John was not it. Like, that was done. So I moved on and I started talking to this other guy. And I'm just going to call him Tony. So I started talking to Tony. And basically, I started to like Tony because he was really quiet. He was known as a geek in school. No one really liked him, and honestly everyone was like, "Why is you talking to him? Oh, he's a geek, he's a nobody, or blah blah blah." But me going through what I was going through, I felt like it was like the perfect situation. It was the perfect way to throw everybody off. So I kept on talking to Tony. So one day in particular, we came from school. Hold on. One day in particular, we came from school, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to open the door for my sister. I'm sorry, you guys. My other phone cut off, of course. But one day in particular, we came home from school. I was walking around like the big circle in the neighborhood with like a couple of my friends that I knew from school. So being that Tony was like, not Tony, being that John was older than us, John had a car. So John came in, like, we was right. It's like a one way in, one way out neighborhood. So we was at the beginning of the neighborhood where you drive in. So I was just walking in the road and I heard a car, but it wasn't like I was in the road. It's like we didn't have any sidewalks. So I was like kind of in the road, but I was out to the side, like towards the ditches. So I heard somebody coming down like real fast, and like they slammed on brakes basically to try to scare me. So I was like, okay, who is this person? I turned around and lo and behold, it was John. So he basically like rolled down the window and was like, "Oh, so you don't want to talk to me anymore. I hear that you're talking to Tony. So, that's it. That's it. You don't want to talk to me anymore. That's it." And basically, you know me, I'm with my girls, so I got to show off. So I'm like, "No, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You a hoe. You a liar. You a cheater. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't need this. I'm better than you." Da, 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 da. So I just keep on walking. And like every time I walk, he'll come behind me. Every time I walk, he'll come behind me. So at this point, it wasn't a game because it's like he was trying to hit me. So basically, I just like, my homegirl noticed that he was trying to be funny. And she was like, "You better not be doing that with that car. You can hit us. You can hurt us. Stop playing with the car. You stupid. You so ignorant. I don't see why she liked you anyway." And so I was standing in the front of the car because I wanted to be... Hold on. My phone is ringing. Okay. But I was standing in front of the car because, of course, I wanted to be like, you know, a bad whatever. I just want to be bad or whatever. So I'm just like, "Oh, if you bought it, hit me with the car. Hit me if you bought that life. Hit me with the car." And so soon as like I stood in front of his hood, he pressed the gas, and like only thing I remember is trying to hold on to the hood, and I remember him slamming on brakes, and like I flew off the car onto the road and hit my head and blacked out for a minute. Like, it was so horrible. I had to go to the hospital and everything because John hit me with the car. Like, he really, really like ran me over with the car. So my mom, when she found out who did it, she went to his house and she knocked on his door and she was like, "You hit my daughter with a car. Oh, I'm gonna press charges and da da this and da da da." And I had to go to the hospital because I had like a minor I had a concussion and everything, and I was scratched up and I had like road burn and stuff. It was horrible. Like, I was out of school for like a whole month because of this incident. It was so horrible, you guys. But anyway, that was my story on how my crush hit me with a car. And tomorrow, I don't know what kind of topic I'm gonna do for day 8. But I'm gonna come back with another topic. If not, then I will do another story time. But remember, everyone is beautiful in their own way. Thank you. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Love you.